Hey y'all, I want to welcome y'all to this channel. It's a Chicago Vibe podcast. We'll be dropping this Saturday with your girl, Lady T Marie and Mr. Success. You don't want to miss it. What up, y'all? It's your girl, Lady T Marie with It's A Chicago Vibe. Up next, we have some amazing topics about what's really going on in these streets. Stay tuned to It's A Chicago Vibe.
Business as usual.
DJ
What's
Mr.
good,
Success.
everybody?
Where
You know, when you're on to something good, there's always something bad trying to aggravate what you're doing. I made a TikTok a couple of weeks ago with this song right here that's playing. And it's a hook for an upcoming project I'm working on. And it's a self-motivation song about my conscience talking to me. But for some reason, I got a call from an old co-worker. They thought I was referring to them. And I haven't talked to this person in years and don't have a clue what they into or what they're doing. Last I heard, they were driving a forklift. So I explained to them what it was all about. It was a song that I was promoting for an upcoming film I was doing. I even dropped a line or two for them on there, so they could see that this ain't what you think. But when I got off the phone with them, I was wondering, why would they think I was referring to them in the first place? Then it hit the type of person who I was talking to. Never have nothing good to say about anybody. And even when I asked how everyone was doing, it was all bad news. So I could just imagine. So I'm here to say this. I'm a very kind and polite person. I'm kind and polite to everybody. But if you unkind to me, then kindness is not what you should get in return. Bottom line, when you're a negative person, you might interpret and receive and see everything negatively. That's why it's always best to think positive and spread positive energy. And Mr. Success.
All right, everybody, welcome back to It's a Chicago Vibe with me,
Mr. Success.
Lady T. And today, you see, it's Sunday. We're going to switch things up a little bit. We're going to start kicking it off first day of the week, Sunday, to keep you in tune with what happened in the past week and what's coming up we got this week. So to kick it off, this weekend, I didn't do nothing too much. In fact, I covered a party for an 80-year-old yesterday. That was Saturday. And Thursday, I covered our Chicago Dogs. That's our professional AAA team that's they're actually in the championship, but I covered them when they played the Milwaukee Milkman. They defeated them to advance to the championship, and they're playing a team from Kansas City. But go Dogs. They won yesterday, but they lost today, unfortunately. But they got 3 games in Kansas City. I couldn't get out to cover none of the games and, at Impact Field in the championship game because I was here at Encore. But go Dogs. That's one of our Chicago.
Go Dogs.
Oh, yeah. And what did you get into this weekend, Lady T?
Well, I'm in the process of moving, so I've been throwing stuff away, detoxing, and I went out to feed the homeless, and it was with the Prophetic Sisters. I forgot the name of the group, but shout out to I forgot their name, Lord forgive me, but shout out to the group that I just call them the Prophetic Sisters. We got out and we went on Canal Street downtown and a few different parts of Chicago, and we so many people donated food. We had like care packages like deodorant and I had vitamins. Somebody had donated me, and I still got vitamins. So if y'all need any type of vitamins, zinc, I got them, still boxes of them. So I did give out the vitamins, which they were excited about. You know, we pray with them, we labor with them, and it's just been such a blessing. You know, to just see people just you can't take care of the world, but long as you do what you're supposed to do, and helping somebody. So we did an amazing thing, and I'm thankful for that.
That's what's up, man. Always good to give out, get out and give to the less fortunate, the blessings always come behind doing that, so anybody, we put it up in our last podcast where you could donate, make donations to, and we do this all year round, not just certain days. We do it all year round. You get in need, and she'll record your donation. She'll record herself donating and giving to someone. That way you can know that your money came of good use. So
yeah, and I want to say that you, as good as you spoke, we touch on that briefly. I hear a lot of people say, well, we donate on Christmas, we donate on New Year. I mean, for all the holidays and stuff. But it's like people got to live 365 days a year. So, when you can, as much as you can, it wouldn't hurt to take some gently used clothes that's in the back of your closet that you don't want no more. It's a lot of men out there, so a lot of women out there. It wouldn't hurt to take the shoes that's in the back of your closet that you ain't wore in 5 years. It ain't always got to be about money, and you don't even have to go through an organization to do so. If you led or compelled or you've been wanting to do it, I would say the wise thing is not to go out there alone, but to, not that they will hurt you, but it's just wise to go with someone else and just, be a blessing to God's people.
What's up? It's always better to give than receive, because trust me, it does.
Absolutely.
And before we move right along, I want to give the people, because a lot of people not even aware that we have a minor league professional team here. I'm gonna read this little thing for people to know about this, a little more about the Chicago Dogs. The Chicago Dogs is an independent professional baseball team based in Rosemont. They are the member of an American Association of Professional Baseball, official partner with the Major League Baseball. So they're just a team because it's like a lot of old players that played in the Major League that's actually trying to. A lot of older players that they ain't even older. Some of them that they didn't do too hot in the major leagues, but they're trying to make a rename themselves because it's an old Cubs pitcher that closed for them and stuff. And then all the teams do that. So yeah, it's right there in Rosemont. You probably done passed by the stadium hundreds of times and probably thought it was just a college stadium or something, but it's actually a professional football stadium. And I got it. Fans out there being a alumni of IMS to get on the camera, and there's a lot of amazing opportunities out there. So there's gonna be like a second job that I'm gonna be working. So, and that's good.
So I got a question: Is their affiliate connected with Peoria? Chief, I think it's the Peoria Chiefs.
And what sport do they play? They play baseball.
Yeah. They have, yes, baseball.
It actually might be in their league because it is a lot of league. Peoria, I think Peoria do have a team. I know Milwaukee got a team. I covered the game. They played the Gary. I know they was from Gary, Indiana. I forget that. I don't want to butcher their name.
Okay.
There's a lot of little teams up in there because I wasn't even aware about this division. So, and like I said, it's a great opportunity for people that was trying to get in the media to get hands-on experience in that. You get to work the camera.
Absolutely.
A lot of different other opportunities and stuff. It's a great experience, And moving right along to our first topic I want to talk about, I just want to talk about something since me and you both are in the music, I want to talk about music, new school versus old school, because no disrespect to the music, that's going
Hmm.
on today, because by all means, get out how you live. I know everything is a business. I was looking at the young lady that called herself Suki, and I actually saw in the interview she was in there with Just Hilarious,
Glasses.
and she actually
Yeah, with her
was real
glasses.
professional. And she shut my mouth. She basically checked everybody, all the critics. She said this is a business she in. That ain't who she really is. And she naming like a lot of old school rappers and stuff that really wasn't about what they talk about. It's a business, and yes, I do understand it, but hey, if you
Yeah.
support the negative stuff, you ain't got to support and listen to it. And she broke it down that way, and it was like a better understanding. But to get on the issue, I still rolling with old school music over the new schools. So,
Absolutely. I would say I'm definitely with the old school versus the new school. There are some artists from R&B to rap to every genre of music that I've listened to that's super amazing. And a lot of the new schoolers, sample a lot of the old school music. So, from I would say people like her, the R&B artists like her, and it's just a lot of good ones. That's from Anthony Hamilton to um. I wouldn't really classify him. I would say he came out like probably in the early '90s, I believe.
Anthony Hamilton,
I
yeah,
th-
right, yeah, around that
Oh
time.
yeah, so yeah, he's sort of kind of like old school to us. He are old school, you know what I mean?
People like him, Beyonce, and stuff like that, Jay-Z, I put them like in between because they ain't really old school because they still making a little music today.
Yeah.
They ain't old school. They like in between because if they came out right now, with a new joint, people would listen to it.
So, like, I would say, okay, Chris Brown would be more new school. Usher would be more old school in our genre.
Yeah.
I would say because he been out since what 1994.
Yeah. That's
So,
I just don't seem like it's that long ago. That's why I'm saying I put them in between.
and you know what? I had an opportunity to meet Usher before. He's very humble, just very reserved, and I had worked for the UIC Pavilion when I was younger, like in my early 20s, and I met from Kirk Franklin to Mary to uh, CC Winans, so many different artists, Missy Elliott, Monica, so many different artists. We were able to actually watch the show and meet the artists, and you know what I mean? So that was a really good experience for me. But I would definitely go with old school versus new school any day.
Yeah, that's what's up. Cause man, I can't understand. Living here in Chicago, besides the downtown area and stuff, but back in the day, like when I first started partying and clubbing and stuff, it was like clubs everywhere, all up and down 75th, all on the west side, south side, but it's no longer no more. We used to dance to like house music,
Yeah,
stepper sets and stuff like that. You got to really go either come downtown or go in these suburbs and stuff now because stuff closed down. And I would say it's due to some of the type of music, because that's bringing me up to our next topic. It's still on the music thing. It's about dancing and dance groups. It's not really no music people
yeah,
really party and dance to. Everybody 99, 90-some% of the songs that they make right now, somebody's talking about pulling out a weapon or beating somebody. It's not really no fun or nothing. How you gonna get the
exactly.
music and the energy level? You want to get violence. So I mean, I'm gonna roll with old school
Absolutely.
dancing, because footwork. I still see people footworking sometimes. So, but that's
Yeah.
must from old school. So
Hmm. Growing up, I used to when I was younger, I was in a lot of dance competitions and stuff like that. And even in like singing competitions. I started off singing, which a lot of people don't know that. And I just grew to love poetry and rapping more. But just to answer the question, I prefer stepping now that I'm at this age. When I probably was younger, I would prefer like the dance groups, but now I would prefer like the stepping and you know what I mean, things of that nature. So that's like my vibe now at my age now. So yeah, I go with the stepping, the old school stepping throwback.
Ain't nothing like a good old
Yep.
step. Yeah. I gotta hit me a couple of steps. I ain't been to none in a while. But yeah.
That's something that we need to do, get together. We need to.
Yeah, hook up,
That's not doing.
more step a
Yeah.
step, get some footage on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I could definitely do that. We could do that in a house. You know, a house that'd be great. I mean, I think we could do that as big as like doing it at the Tinley Park Convention Center or something. That would be that would be major.
Send it by. It's a Chicago vibe. Yeah, that's gonna be something.
Yes.
Yeah, that's something we definitely gotta do. And another
Hmm.
thing, I go out like I don't go out too tough no more because I be too busy working. I'm in trying to make my career and stuff move and stuff. But when I do step out, you know, even when it's mixed with older crowd, younger crowd, and even like the party I was at yesterday, it was like the lady was celebrating her 80th birthday. I had to go
Wow.
into that, got a little footage of stuff I'm gonna play during the segment and stuff though. But she really enjoyed herself. But she had like her grandkids, great grandkids there, and so it was like a whole John Dermot. The DJ was like playing music for everybody to get along with. But one thing
Yeah.
I didn't notice, but when they was playing like my generation music, then hers, and in between mine and hers, it was a lot of slow songs being played. I don't see none of the new schoolers doing slow dancing no more. So that like then faded away. People was not trying to be fall in love or make love music.
Yeah, you gotta keep one thing. I wanted to tap into being a DJ as well, which I haven't yet. But one thing I've learned, you gotta go with the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the crowd look, you gotta go with the crowd because you will lose them. And I learned that just by doing events. You know what I mean? Like letting the DJ know, like, you need to come back out the '80s, step into the new because we losing the people. So that's very true. Like we definitely you gotta, you know, follow the crowd. You know what I'm saying? And the slow. It depends on what type of event. If it's a wedding, then we get the slow music. You know what I mean? Or if it depends on what type of environment it is. You know, so
Yeah.
people want to turn up. They don't come out to
Wow.
do that bump and grind no more.
But you don't even
They
hear like no slow. I don't even hear slow songs. No new ones have been made yet, you know, no more. Like, wow, I'm just wondering. That's why I want to tap back into this music game. It's like a open field out there. People like I was still going on the Suki Hana video when she was doing the interview. She was like, it's a business, but it's a whole nother network out there that's open season that people haven't even tapped into, you know.
absolutely.
And you know, and I'm gonna get this straight right now. I call myself, everybody hear me saying DJ Mr. Success. That's just the title. No, I'm not a DJ. Do I get out there? No, I could DJ my butt off when I'm doing house music. But like Lady T just said, you gotta get into the groove. When you get out there like doing a club set or something like that, you gotta be able to play a variety of moves. You gotta keep the crowd going. And like
Yeah.
yesterday was a good, you know, look for me. I was like, I saw how the DJ was blending. He kept everybody dancing. He kept people on. He played the right new songs for the old people that want to still stand up and dance. And then he played like the right old songs that still had the new schoolers out there partying. So
Right.
you gotta stay in tune with all music, you know, and that's
Yeah, absolutely.
with me. I used to
As a
listen to
yeah,
like all sorts of music. Like I could actually go DJ for some country people, I would know they hit songs and listen because I listen to them. If it's got a good sound and it's making sense, if they talking about something, it had my ear since a kid. I like all genres of music. So
yeah, I don't know about the country. I really haven't tapped into that realm yet. I'm more of into like gospel, R&B, pop, a little bit of pop. Not too really crazy about it. Um, I like the old school, like from my favorite artist is Stevie Wonder, of course. So I listen to a lot of his music, and I get a lot of good influence as far as on the rap side. My favorite artist is Tupac Shakur, of course. Um, if I go back up further, I would say my favorite going back was huh
man, there's so many.
man, it's right. It's so many. I listen to MC8, DJ Quick, NWA. NWA, it was a major influence to want me to. Ice Cube was definitely a major influence. It's a lot like of Rakim.
Oh yeah,
Rakim. uh, it's another one back. He an old school rapper back in the day.
KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy Kane. I love Big Daddy Kane. Big Daddy Kane is still relevant to this day.
Oh yeah.
He's super dope. Like lyrically, a lot of these new millennial rappers couldn't touch him lyrically at all. Not at all. So yeah, Big Daddy Kane is wow.
He had some of the coldest bars, yeah.
Yeah.
People ask me, like, who was your favorite rapper? Who was your favorite artist? It's a lot of them, It come to mind of these people like KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane. Oh, see, I try to section people off because it's not no great. It's not no greatest or none, because new school, I go with somebody like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole's or that, and put people like Nas, Jay-Z, and LOX, they like in the middle, so they ain't new school, they ain't old school. And old school, there's just so many pioneers on there, like female. People will sleep on Shantae Roxanne.
Yes, Roxanne, yes.
Because Shantae Roxanne was out there battling dudes, shutting them down. Like one of my top rappers, KRS-One, she is the only one ever gave him a run for his money, basically.
Wow.
Because he was out there crushing it.
Even from in the MC Lights and Yo-Yos and Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah, like, she brought that positivity to let women know, respect me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a woman, I'm a queen, respect me. So she brought that type of vibe. And Yo-Yo and MC Light really gave me that. And Queen Latifah gave me that, man, you really could do that. You really could do this. Even Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott she's amazing. Like,
right. There's not no words to even describe her. She raised so many hits.
So creative.
Exactly.
So creative and so you can't even, like you said, really describe her music. She just, what she's done has not been done before.
Right.
What she's done hasn't been done before. And
she came out with Timbaland and McGrew. It's like they all styles was they were similar but unique in their own style. It's like it was different.
Yeah. But I feel like her and Timbaland meshed well as far as creating. His beats his beats with her creativity, her writing ability, really just created something amazing. Look what they did with Aaliyah.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, what's her name? I forget her name. Genuine,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of more that they've worked with. Sierra, she's worked with so many different artists who like from Monica. Wrote so many different songs and stuff. So I feel like when you're an artist, or I mean, you're a producer, and you can tap into, you're the producer and the artist. So you creating the melody of the song, you creating, you writing the song, like that's a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's good. That's super dope. So
And one
yeah.
of my favorite females of all time, of course, I said Shantae Roxanne, but it's one of our hometown girls, Nuisance from Psychodrama.
Oh yeah.
She used
I
to
just
drop
saw her. I
lyrics,
just
yeah.
saw her.
Now that's somebody
I
I
went to
love to work
school with
with.
her.
Really? So you need to
I
get
went to
back in
school.
touch with
Actually, I
her.
went to school with psychodrama. Like
Yeah, you are
like
a West Side
the
native.
year,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So they went to Crane. They went to Crane. Who else went to Crane? Psychodrama went to Crane. Danny Boy went to Crane.
Yeah, they
All
got
of them went to Crane the same year. Yeah. Danny Boy.
mother old
Who
school.
else? Lil Rel. He went to school. Lil Rel went to school when I was there, and they went to school the year I came in. Psychodrama was there, and Danny Boy. So
One
yeah,
Lupe Fiasco from out west somewhere too.
I really wasn't tapped in. I think from the South Side, I
From
believe.
South, man. He was one of
I
the
believe
I used to like. I don't know why he faded off. Man, that was he had.
he was very unique.
I love "Dumb It
So
Down" is
he
one of
was,
my favorite tracks right now to the day.
yeah, and Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, definitely Kendrick. Yeah,
Father, my grandmother grew up with him. My grandmother's best friends with Kendrick Lamar's father. They grew up together. He's actually from Chicago. So yeah, and they talk still to this day. He's in California now, but yeah. I'm trying to see who else is really dope as far as artists is, because Lauren Hill.
Oh yeah, definitely. Lauren here, yeah, because I got her and the refugees camp wrote down right here. Yeah.
Yes, Lauren Hill. Like I was going through, I had my fiance at the time was murdered, and like in the early 90s, late 90s. I mean, late 90s, he was murdered, and that miseducation of Lauren Hill dropped,
Oh,
and it literally got me through that. That album got me through that whole situation. Like it really did. That whole city, I would play it over and over and over and over and over again.
like
I
that.
mean, just yeah. And you got to think about she did other music with, as far as like soundtracks with the few Fugees, but that's the only album she put out, and it's still
The
relevant today.
tracks on there for like any situation you was in, and like you said, you was going through something. It was a song you could relate to. We need things
Yes,
like that. Anything going on,
man.
can have a beat for music, for some lyrics, for some vocals for it. And another person that I want to just say, because this lady here, this is a female too, underrated, and she's old school too, because actually she came out in the 70s. People don't know that, but she was rapping then. She started singing. Angie Stone. I don't know if
Yes,
it
she
went
did.
over my head until I was listening to the Sugar Hill Gang drip the other day, and when she was like Angie B, that's what she went by. I was
Yes.
singing the words, singing the lyrics of the thing, and I realized I'm like, that's Angie Stone on there. Then I actually saw her too on one. It was a little show. I forget the name of the show, but it's talk about the undisputed, something like that. Seen on that show too, and that's what let me know that was her. She was rapping back in the day. She was one of the first actually rappers. So
Yeah. You know, she used to date D'Angelo.
really,
And yes, and they had the world, society had a problem with that because the color, because she was a fair skinned woman. Was she, in my eyes, she's a beautiful woman, but they felt D'Angelo needed him, Beyonce or something,
I
you know
don't.
what I mean? So that situation didn't work. But yeah, that was the thing. And she stated it in one of her interviews, like, people didn't want him with her. They thought he was too attractive to be with her. And
Wow.
I'm like, wow, that's a lot.
Wow. Yeah, we
Yeah.
had a lot of nice artists in the time back over the years, from James Brown, Stevie Wonder, Lionel Richie, Beyonce, Prince, Michael Jackson. I mean, the list go on and on and on. And actually, I was listening to Crazy Howard, I believe that was. I was watching V1, listening to V103, but he got this battle coming up next week. I got to hear it because I don't know who I'm voting for. It's a rap battle. It's between LL Cool J and Heavy D. And so that made me,
Mm.
I'm like, I like them both. I'm like, let me just pick my favorite, like all their music, like which I'm gonna pick a favorite song of each of theirs and put it against it.
So who do you think will win that battle?
But this is what I did. I picked my favorite song from LL and I picked my favorite song from Heavy D. And
That's kind of hard.
I went, I'm bad with LL, and then we got our own thing with Heavy D, and I just played them over and over and over and over again. I was driving, and I still don't know who I'm gonna vote for. Of
Yeah.
course, LL might get it
See,
because he's
LL
more
Cool J is like this. LL, he cool with it.
right.
Heavy D just like, I'm in your face. Like, he had that
Big guy that could
swag.
move, he could dance, he dressed nice, he could dance, and yeah, like you say, he had that swag.
Mm,
Yeah.
for him to be I don't know. I like both, so I couldn't even.
That
I
one
can't
I
even
wouldn't
say.
even vote on, but I would think LL will win it because of the people who gonna vote. LL popularity probably got.
Absolutely.
I would think his
He's more
popularity
into
would be up.
movies and
Yeah. Over even though Heavy D did
yeah.
guest star on a lot of different stuff. I know he was on Fresh Prince before, and I seen him in something else I can't remember, but he did a couple of things, but not like LL.
It seemed like
LL
he
and
just
actually starred
he
in
he left so soon though,
right.
like
He could have had a
he
big
didn't
body
really.
of work. Right.
Yeah. Now, what about the gospel genre?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of gospel. What's them girl, them ladies' names? My
The
favorite.
Clark sisters,
I like them too, but them ain't who I was thinking about. Oh,
the
they're
Pay sisters,
what's their name? Is their name Angie's too though?
the Pay sisters.
No, it's not the Pace sisters. If I ever meet them, they're gonna get mad. They one of my favorite.
I think right now who's relevant, as far as groups, is definitely the Clark sisters. Their voices are amazing. Not only that, cause see, when you tap into the gospel genre, people looking for the anointing. They not just really looking for just anybody to sing. You know what I mean? But when I think of top gospel artists, I think of the Pace sisters, Karen Clark Sheard, and the late great Milton Bronson, who I came up under. I grew up under. He sung songs like "Safe in His Arms" and my pastor actually got Grammys. You know what I mean? Like, and I grew up under him up until he passed away in 1997. The first pastor to baptize me. So I looked at as a child, like, wow, I sung with a lot of the choirs in my youth. I'm like, wow, that says a lot. And Appetina Walker came from under him. A lot of the um, great singers came from under his ministry. So, from the west side of Chicago. So, Reverend Milton Bronson is definitely a pioneer in the gospel realm. Reverend Cleveland, community singer, mass choirs, amazing too. Um, I love all of Dottie Peoples, all the old school, even from Kirk Franklin. He's done a lot, for music. Tamla Man,
Yeah,
uh,
definitely. Yeah.
Tasha Cobbs, um, Kiara Shear. It's a lot. It's so many now
You
in
know
this
more
job.
the gospel than me because I know the songs. I really can't remember the names and stuff.
I love the old school God, like I love the old school Mary, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm
But I
talking about?
love like
Them two ladies, right?
yeah,
Mary,
that's who
them
you
is what
talking
I was
about?
talking about. Yeah, them my girl. I love their music. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Amen.
yeah. So Mary is they amazing as well. So I know even okay, so it's now back in the day we didn't have rap. We didn't have a rap genre and you was going to hell, you came and asked God about some they
Right.
sending you straight to hell. But I feel like the times have changed and it's a lot of dope artists. It's a group called Flame and I think it's a group called a guy. He's white guy named Juvie. I think his name is Juvie. I forgot his name. I'll look it up. But I listen to him all the time, and he's super dope. Um, Ross Glover. He has a lot of phenomenal music as far as and it's like it's a mixture of like when you hear it, it's a mixture of like it's raw, you know what I mean? It's raw, and but it's penetrating your spirit because he's telling you how to overcome certain situations. So it's a lot of dope gospel rap lyricists that's out there right now. I can't really name them all.
I want to ask you a question because I know you back in the music, you're getting it done, and you hitting it hard with the gospel music too.
Yes.
What are some gospel artists that you would love to work with? Famous, unfamous, or however, is there anybody in particular that you would like?
Hmm. The top of my head, it would definitely be Kiara Shear. It would definitely be Kiara Shear. I would love to work with Tamla Man. And I wouldn't even mind working with Kirk Franklin on the project. Yeah.
You remember the name of that gospel show he used to host?
I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about Sunday's Best?
Sunday's Best. That's gonna bring me to this because the people who I work with gospel wise, definitely Kirk Franklin, Undiscovered. I know Chic. Chic, we went to school with. Definitely would want to work with her.
Oh yes, yes.
And it's a lady. This is what made me get baptized. I kid you not. I used to love going to church when I was a bad little boy, but I used to love to go to church because this lady, she was a teenager at the time, but she was much older than me. But anyway, her name was Sherry. She ended up being on Sunday's Best. She didn't win, but
I know exactly who you're talking about.
She went to my church when I got baptized, Calvary Missionary Baptist Church on 83rd and Jeffrey. And
it was her last name, Shepherd.
Shepherd, yes, that was her name.
Yes, she could sing.
She used to sing in church like that when I was a little boy. I'm telling you, I used to only go to church. Lord forgive me. Just to look at her and her sing the song.
Wow.
One day that I just got up right after she was still woo, 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 do all that. As they opened the doors for the church, I just walked on up there, felt something bumping behind me. My little sister followed right behind me, like, where you going?
Like, I'm going to the music.
Right, but I would love
Yes.
to see.
Yes. And it's another one, Leandra Johnson.
Johnson.
She was on there too. She won. She was one of the finalists.
Okay, that's why. Okay, I know the name. She was a finalist. Yeah.
I think she's under Beyonce's father label because he has a gospel label.
Yes.
So he's under her. I don't know the name of the label, but her and it's somebody else. It's a lot of groups. It's a lot of.
Yeah, I be following a lot of little guys like on YouTube. They undiscovered, but man, they be having some nice bars with it. Just need the production and stuff behind it and stuff. I'm trying to link with everybody, you know, especially if they pushing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm trying to link up with them, but those are just a couple that I got to work with. You know, and
I'm definitely working
Lady
on
T.
Lady T Marie.
Definitely got to do something.
Song called I'm sorry. I'm definitely working on a song about it. Go ahead. But I'm working on a song called Lost and Found. Okay. And it's a lot of people like, man, can you tap into the street sound? But I can because I've been there, like I'm from the streets, but I love the Lord, you know what I mean? So it's so many people that's out here doing whatever type of music. I just felt compelled to just literally just do it his way or no way, you know? Yeah. And so it's gonna be this next project that I have is for the street. It's basically telling about where I grew up, you know, because I start off like in a song saying, you know, I grew up on the west side of the Chi, you know, smelling pee in the hallways, you know what I mean? Like, and it's just giving a description of where a description of where I came from. Because a lot of people be thinking like I lived in the suburbs my whole life, and that's just not the case. You know, I just love, you know, putting music out there to inspire people, you know.
That's what's up. Yeah, we could go all day talking about music. Yeah. All categories on and down, as long as it's inspired. But on that note, we're going to get some messages from our sponsor, so stay tuned.
Do you know your love language? I heard it's better to give than to receive, and every seed that you plant will grow. Let all the love you give flow.
DJ Mr. Success.
There's always something exciting going on here at the Grand Sheraton Hotel Chicago. Riverwalk, baby. It's Mr. Success hanging out with Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and the Transformer crew.
Many people struggle with grief, and it can weigh you down. But God wants you to be free. There is a time, a season, and a purpose for everything under the sun. This commercial is sponsored by Itz A Chicago Vibe with Lady T Marie and Mr. Success.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Itz A Chicago Vibe. Sam I am, and I'm here with my co-host, Lady T. Before we get out of here, Lady T, is there anything else you want to add?
I want Chicago to put the guns down. I want y'all to love on each other and put God first. That's the only way you can make it out here. I know it's hard, you know, but if you continue to pray and seek the face of God, things will get better. And that's it.
So, that sounded like the words of affirmation, but go ahead and
there you go.
Words of affirmation.
Okay, today's words of affirmation is definitely always put God first. You love yourself, love others, never give up on your your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. And I will tell you in this season to write whatever vision it is that you want to write and make it plain, and the rest will follow. I'm your girl, Lady T Marie, with It's A Chicago Vibe, signing out.
So what's up? And before you sign out, though, tell the people where they can follow you at and find you.
They can find me. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
they can find me. They can find me on all social media platforms under Latoya Baxter or Lady T Marie. My email, we have It's A Chicago Vibe. I believe the number one, It's A Chicago Vibe number one email, or LATOYA, B as in boy, A as in apple, 45@gmail.com.
That's what's up. And you can also find me on Facebook at Sammy A.L. Thompson Jr. All other social medias, TikTok, IG, Twitter, YouTube, all is Mr. Success Media. That's Mr. SUCCESS Media. And on that note, y'all know my motto, when you with Mr. Success, you always have a ball. If I can't tell the truth, there's nothing at all. Mr. Success bringing pleasure, no stress. Until next week, y'all, peace.
Peace out.
C-H-I-C-A-G-O, C-H-I-C-A, let's go, 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 C-H-I-C-A, let's go, C-H-I-C-A-G-O,